Hey YouTube, what's up? My name is Stefan Munoz and thank you for checking out my channel. Today we've got a special treat for you guys in the form of a lens review. Now this lens review is special in that it's the first lens review of the year, but also the first lens review of the channel. So I figure since we have a lot of firsts going on, why not review a lens that's really the first of its kind? Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Canon 28-70 f2. Alright YouTube, we are here in downtown Houston. We're vlogging with the Canon 28-70. This thing is huge. It's kind of weird to vlog with, honestly, and this is what 28 looks like. It's pretty snug up on my face, but the tracking makes it work. This is without the in-camera stabilization, or the digital stabilization I should say. The Canon EOS R does not have stabilization. Hopefully the next body does, but in a little bit we're going to be able to model and do some portrait photography. So hope you all enjoy. We're over here in East Downtown, Edo, and this is my model Nadia. Let me go over to the side. And we're gonna go ahead and do a quick photo shoot for you guys. There's a lot of graffiti in the background over here. We're gonna see if we can't make something out of nothing. So here we go. Finally back after a long day of shooting in downtown, and I just want to go ahead and give some closing comments on this lens review. So 28-70, amazing lens, like awesome lens. I just want to go ahead and talk about some pros and cons before we close things up. So pros to this lens would be easily image quality, light gathering capabilities, and just overall versatility of the lens. It kind of delivers everything you would want from a prime lens, but just in multiple focal lengths. I mean, everything from 28, 35, 50, and 70, all those focal lengths you have covered in your bag with just one lens. Now, with that, you have cons, and for sure, just like everything good in life, with anything good, you will definitely have some drawbacks to things. So again, with the drawbacks, after a long day of shooting, I can definitely say from experience that this thing is heavy. Even putting it on a gimbal, honestly, might feel a little awkward for it. The way this lens balances on the body, it is very much a middle of the road lens. Like if I'm shooting and I have the camera up here, I'm always pretty much like holding the support of the camera and the weight of the lens with my left hand, and then my right hand kind of just dangles. So that's kind of something to get used to, but it, you know, in the long run, I think it's worth it, and it's not like I'm doing this every day, so it's not killer. For a wedding anyways, I have this dangling with a camera off of a strap, so it doesn't really put that much weight or tension on my arms, maybe a little bit on my shoulders and back, but it's still not bad. If you're used to shooting with a Canon EF 70-200, maybe not the awkwardness of the length, but kind of the weight will remind you of this lens, or this lens will remind you of that. But outside of that, I mean, for what you're getting, it's definitely worth it. Going on from there, the other con I would consider, and there are two more after this outside of the weight, I would think that the price is a con, but if you think about it again, you're getting basically the quality of 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 primes worth in a zoom lens, and that is fantastic. And again, like at every single focal range, this thing is sharp, this thing is beautiful as far as how it renders photos. It cleans up images with the fact that you can do so many more things as far as low light shooting with a zoom lens. I mean, not that 2.8 was limiting, but now you have freedom to go down to 2.0. Again, I would think that for price, this lens justifies it, but honestly, if you're not a portrait or event or wedding photographer, then maybe not for you. I mean, we'll talk about that here in a second, but this lens really more so caters to my kind of crowd of photographer. And then last but not least, as far as cons go, I definitely think that this lens will end up being your favorite lens if you are a portrait, wedding, or event photographer, but in that this might become the only lens that you use. I know for me, I haven't really touched my 85 in a couple days and or weeks, in just that I can run and gun a wedding with pretty much this lens unless I need the reach for something, or unless I'm standing back at a church or trying to get out of speech at a reception or something. I mean, like, this lens will do it all, and it is the do-it-all lens. So I see that for some as a con. If you have all this nice glass and all these nice toys and all of a sudden you pick this thing up, you will definitely want to just shoot with this thing. And you know, if that's your game, then that's cool. And for me, honestly, I like the simplicity of them. So those are my closing comments. I do recommend this lens, but again, if you're more of a landscape and or just street photographer, or any kind of just generic photographer, I think you're better off just getting something more simple. But again, if you do low light events or weddings or portraits, this thing is awesome. Rent it, give it a try, and tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you guys for watching my video. Like, subscribe, and please watch more. Thank you.